everyone, I thought I'd do another quick video about my projects that I've been working on. I'm only going to be showing you 2 this time. I do have lots of other things on the go as well, but they're not well enough along to show you just yet. So the first one I'm going to show you is this beautiful baby blanket that I've just finished. Obviously if you follow me on Instagram you will have seen it a few times already. But this is done in the main body with a corner to corner, so it is rectangular. So obviously it's only quite a small blanket because I've just done it for like a pram or a basket sort of size. So I've used Hayfield Baby Blossom Chunky again, and I will link the yarn in the description box. This was a new shade that I haven't used before, but I really like the blend of the greens, and yet you still get the speckled bits of the brighter green and the white as well, which I really like. So again, as I say, it is the corner to corner, and I think it's probably my favourite stitch to use with this yarn. So my border is a moss stitch border, and this is actually the tutorial that went live a few days ago. It's a really simple border, but it gives really nice straight edges, as you can see, and really nice corners as well. So it's probably my new favourite border to use for projects. So I've also used one of my new tags, and it's the first time I've actually used the tag. So this is my new branded Blossom crochet tag. It's a leather tag, so it's really nice and soft, and obviously will hold up nicely in the wash as well. And I've just attached that just with some white yarn using my darning needle, but I think it just gives that really nice professional finish to my work. So this is actually going off to its new home later today, and as I say, I will link the yarn and the tutorials for both of the stitches that I've used. And so this is the next piece that I wanted to show you. This is another blanket that I started just before I went on holiday last week. So I'm using a Sheepy's Whirl again. I do use lots of these. I know I talk about them all the time, but I just love the gradient and the colour selection that you get with only using one ball of yarn. It's just so handy not having all of those ends to use to weave in at the end. So obviously I used Rosewater Cocktail for my Mandala Madness, which I've talked about quite a bit as well. But this time I'm using this is the Melting Macaron shade, and it's really beautiful pastel shade. So you go from the cream to the pink to the green, and then through a pale purple, and then to a beautiful blue as well. Now this pattern is the Dainty Diamond blanket pattern, and I will link to the Etsy store where you can buy that. It's a pattern by Ivy and Mabel. It's a very, very simple pattern. The pattern itself is really well written, and it's very repetitive. Once you get going, you can do it, you know, while you're watching the telly and things. You don't have to concentrate that hard. So obviously it's a square blanket worked from the centre out, and as you can see, as you work it up, you get the beautiful diamond coming through. So I just think it gives a really nice delicate finish, especially in the Sheepy's Whirl. And I'm actually using a 3.5mm hook for this particular blanket. I will be starting another one in the exact same pattern very soon, and I'm actually going to do it with a 3mm hook. I just want to see what difference that makes, if any. So obviously I've not even used half of that whirl yet, so I do expect this blanket to get quite large. So it would do obviously as a baby blanket, but it would also do as a nice adult size lightweight summer blanket as well. So I'm really looking forward to cracking on with this. It's such a nice, beautiful pattern, and as I say, I will link down to Ivy and Mabel's Etsy store so that you can purchase that pattern if you want to. And again, it's very nicely written and very easy to follow along. So as always, I will leave all of the links down in the description box, and make sure you subscribe now to keep up to date with all of my weekly tutorials. But that's it for this one, and I will see you again very soon.